So I wanted to do a little video and just share with you how I celebrated my birthday yesterday. So this is my list for my birthday, my plan. I made a plan. So it's hard to work your plan if you don't make a plan. So step one or step zero is make your plan. Amazing birthday yesterday. I decided that I need to make a video about it because I know there are a lot of people since last year that have had to celebrate their birthdays alone. I chose to celebrate my birthday alone. I loved it. I am a Scorpio. I love having my space sometimes and just not trying to make my birthday about making other people happy or entertaining anybody. So I'm gonna share with you what I did to celebrate my birthday on a pretty low budget and just in the city that I live in and just by myself. So kind of a birthday of one. If you're doing a solo birthday, these are hopefully just a few ideas that you might be able to use as well. So step one, the most important thing that I did is I took the day off of work. So obviously you're not gonna be able to accomplish a lot if you're working in terms of doing things for you. So step one, take the day off from work. Step two, I took myself back to bed. So I took my butt back to bed after getting Langston on the school bus. I went back to bed for a nice little nap that I never get to have just by myself. I'm not gonna tell you what else I did, okay? Because there's also something you can do solo if you have a little tool with you. Anyways, but that aside, so you can either relax that way or relax by getting some good sleep. So yes, treat yourself at the beginning of the day to either a little extra rest or a little pleasure, and then we're gonna move right on to step three. So after I went back to bed, then of course I set my alarm because I had all these things I wanted to get done. And it wasn't so much a pressure thing of a schedule, but it just helped to have a little bit of structure so that I could be sure that I didn't just spend the day in bed, crying or something like sometimes I have done on my birthday, remembering past traumas and just being too much in my head. So I did set a schedule. So after I set my alarm, woke up from my little short nap, I went to the gym and I got in a workout. I did not, however, push myself to do like the hardest workout of all time, but I did get a workout in because it does help me to get those endorphins going and just to know that I am on the right track for the day. So go to the gym, get some movement in. The next thing I did is to get out in nature. So after hitting the gym, feeling good, but not overworked or overtired or overly sweaty, let's be real, I got out in nature and went to a new spot to do a little hike. And I love that. It was so refreshing and so amazing to just see a new place and experience just the sunlight and some new scenery. So get out in nature, get the sunshine on your face. So the next thing I did after being out in nature is to kind of take some time. Every year I do this, I do introspection and looking back, looking forward, setting new goals. But I didn't do it to the point where it was depressing or too heavy this year, but just kind of thinking back, thinking forward, kind of just reflecting and taking stock of where I'm at and if I'm loving my life right now, what I can do to maybe tweak some things, to adjust some things to enjoy life even more. So, and also set some goals for the next 5 and 10 years. So I did that. And then I also did a little reading. I do recommend this book if you're into kind of just like a pep talk type of book. This is a good pep talk type of book. So I chose this book for my birthday, and that also helped me kind of stay just in a positive mindset and positive mood. It talks just a lot about realizing that you have the power to guide your own ship and chart your own course in life, and even if you don't have money, friends, partner, companion, whatever the case, family, it just kind of empowers you to kind of just take stock and realize your own strength and to look at the things that you can control and do the most with what you have. And also I think it opens up some new channels of thought to form some more healthy habits in terms of not eating junk food thoughts. There's a little section that talked about like having junk food thoughts, you know, binging on those. And a lot of people talk about, oh, I want to eat healthier, but sometimes we don't necessarily challenge ourselves to think healthier as well and to think, you know, more productively. So yeah, that book was my choice for reading this birthday. I also pampered myself a little bit on my birthday, just in terms of, you know, hydrating, moisturizing, giving myself a little foot massage, and doing my hair, doing my makeup and nails, and just, you know, looking good, because it does help me, again, to just feel good if I take care of myself. So I took care of myself, and then I was able to enjoy a little bit of shopping with Langston. There's a little shopping center here in Tucson that I had not gone to yet. It's called La Encantada. And so I took myself there and got a couple items one from Lululemon, which is my first time shopping at Lululemon, and another item from Athleta. Actually, this is what I got from Athleta. It was on sale and it's super comfortable. And yeah, so I was able to just do a little shopping, you know, take yourself out and buy something that you love, because sometimes, you know, family in particular, I don't know, I have some really good friends that do come through with some amazing gifts sometimes, but I don't know if you've experienced this, but once in a while people will get you some things that were not on any list ever for you, and you're just trying to be grateful, trying to make them feel good about shopping, and so you're like trying to be happy for them, but you really didn't want that item maybe. So it's nice to just be able to shop for yourself on your birthday if you can, even if you're just hitting the sale rack like I did and getting a couple things. So Langston was home from school by that time, so he went with me shopping, and I also got to taste my first ever experience at Frost, which is supposed to be like the nation's best gelato. So I didn't have a full serving because I'm really not supposed to eat a lot of dairy, or any dairy for that matter, but I had just like a little bit of a taste of a few different flavors. So yeah, that was amazing. I loved the rum raisin and the dark chocolate were two of my favorite flavors of Frost gelato. So another treat, Langston doesn't like gelato or ice cream, so he didn't have any, but just going shopping was pretty fun to take yourself shopping. So then something that I was gonna do for myself is to do Instagram Live with badges, which I had all figured out the night before. How to turn on badges, and it was all working, and then when I went on Instagram to do it, it was like it wasn't working. So but I still did a little Instagram Live, and then there were some people being nasty, so I kind of like just shut it down. So but yeah, I mean, it was something that I had set as a goal. So if you have something as a goal that you've wanted to do, whether it involves technology or not, you know, maybe accomplish a small, very doable goal on your birthday that will make you feel like you're moving forward in life. Turning 44 and doing my first Instagram Live with badges, I thought was gonna be super cool. And even though it wasn't super cool, because I couldn't, you know, the badges had disappeared by that day, and I couldn't, they were not, you know, able to be turned on during that session, but it still was like, okay, I'm in my mid-40s, and I've got YouTube and OnlyFans and Instagram Live and TikTok, so I can't be that far behind, right? In the technology world. I still cannot get Snapchat in my daily life. Like, I just don't love Snapchat, so I mean, I have one, but I just can't use it. Like, it just is annoying to me. It just seems like super invasive and just in your space at all times, and just too much in the present. So I don't love Snapchat, but I feel pretty proud to be on a lot of platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, I think I'm doing okay for my age in that regard. So then I also had a movie on my list. So I was gonna watch the Colin in Black and White that was recommended to me, and I did finish Colin in Black and White. Not all on my birthday, kind of like crossed over into today a little bit here and there when I was, I actually watch Netflix on my phone, on my iPhone, as I do other things. I just kind of like move my phone around with me if I'm cooking, cleaning, changing a diaper, whatever it is. If I'm trying to watch something, I would just take it with me as I'm maybe even on the exercise bike or whatever the case. Like, so if I'm trying to watch a show that has multiple episodes, that's one way to get it done, where I don't have to actually sit down in front of a TV. We don't even have a TV actually. So I watch movies on my iPhone, and Langston watches his stuff on his little tablet. So that's what works best. If we have the last time we had a TV was about a year and a half ago, and he just kind of got frustrated with turning it off all the time because anytime it was playing, it was distracting him from his tablet, and he didn't find the remote control to be as quick to navigate as he can navigate on his tablet with his little thumbs and fingers, so on the touch screen. So anyway, watching a good movie or take yourself out to the movies. I really wanted to see King Richard, but it wasn't playing yet on my birthday on November 12th. However, if it would have been in the theaters, I would have taken myself to the theater and seen that. My favorite snacks for movies used to be, before I had this diagnosis and had to change my eating all around, I used to love popcorn. I would get like the large popcorn, red vines, and a soda, and that would be like, I would eat that all during a movie, and that sounds so overwhelming right now because I haven't had that much sugar or salt or butter in a very long time, but it was delicious at the time. So take yourself to a movie or watch one on your phone if you can't go out. But not least, the things that involved other people were dinner, courtesy of Franklin. And he took me out to sushi for dinner, and then also, and with Langston was there as well. And then Isaiah stopped by and brought me flowers, which was super sweet, and invited me out to dinner a different night, since my 20-year-old and my 27-year-old now, are kind of not competing, but if one of them wants to take me out to dinner and then the other one wants to take me out to dinner, then I kind of have to, we either all have to go, which happened on Mother's Day, which then Franklin paid for everybody, which he said he's never going to do that again. So, because now that they're in their 20s, they understand the value of $1, and it's like they don't want to feed each other when it's a mom present. So Langston is a super cheap date, and he's fine to take along in their mind, because all he's going to have is a cup of ice, because he doesn't like food at restaurants, and maybe French fries if they have French fries on the menu, and if they don't, he will just be fine with a cup of ice, and he'll just sit there and enjoy it, and be on his tablet with the volume turned down a little bit. So he did great, and we enjoyed a nice sushi dinner, and Franklin bought me a little birthday drink, a little punch bowl. It wasn't a little punch bowl, it was like a big punch bowl type of drink. And I was like, what in the world? Because I'm not even really drinking alcohol. But, on your birthday, I didn't make any huge variations. Like, I only had like a spicy tuna roll to order. But, I didn't eat like tons of rice, because I'm not eating grains right now, or tons of alcohol. But just to have a taste of a couple things that I wouldn't normally eat on my birthday, it doesn't kill me. So yeah, as long as you don't just go way out of whack, if you have a medical situation, you don't want to throw your body off and end up having some type of reaction or anything like that. But just doing a few things that you enjoy in moderation, I think, is always great. So that's about it. I did start off my day right after Langston got on the bus. I actually start off my day with a phone call from my oldest son. Isaiah called me just to wish me happy birthday, and he also brought me a yoga mat with the flowers, I should say, in the evening. So Yeah, but Langston, he's still not, you know, he says numbers and he says a lot of other things, but he's not able to say like happy birthday. But he was super sweet and cooperative throughout most of the day. And so I just had an amazing, refreshing, rejuvenating birthday. So there are a couple of friends that sent me presents in advance. So I got a couple birthday cards in the mail, and I got some lingerie from one of my girlfriends in New York. I got some Savage X Fenty lingerie. Yay, my favorite. And then I got a little herb garden from one of my other friends in Minnesota, and also a standing mat for my hair chair so that I don't hurt my feet, and a card, and then yeah, a couple just cash gifts. And so it was super cool. I got a couple other things off of my Amazon list from my OnlyFans account, and so I just felt like really awesome on my birthday. And I do recommend, if you need just a break from people and from trying to make everybody else happy or trying to plan something super over the top, if you do a solo birthday, hopefully this helps you with just a few ideas. So happy birthday to all Scorpios out there, and I hope that the rest of 2021 is amazing for everyone, and 2022 is coming very soon, so get ready for the new year.